All right, so this week Nick can't join us. Unfortunately, he's got some stuff he's dealing with, so I have some guests today. First one, and my boy Chris. What up,
How
man?
y'all doing? Welcome. How you doing?
We're supposed to have your cousin Larry on in a few. He's
Yeah.
just putting a baby down to sleep.
Or the baby put him down to sleep.
One of the two.
Those babies be working us, boy. I tell
Oh
you
my
that.
goodness, bro. Tell me about it. Fuck. Did your daughter, like, was it hard to, like, during the toddler phase when she was two?
She was a little bit, let's say, extra energetic, but I had her locked down by the with the tone of voice. You knew
Mm,
when I meant business when I would put the tone of voice different. You know what I mean? And it worked. It worked with her and it worked with Enzo. But some kids are a little bit more harder, to tame. But it's all about us, bro. We're the ones that make it or, make it or break it. We got to be stern on them sometimes. Sometimes you want to be too nice and be friendly, and it's not all about that sometimes. I see that a lot. Oh, like I seen a mother a few months ago in Walmart. She's like, Bobby, listen, if you behave, mommy will do this and this and this. No, no. There's no if you behave. You behave, and then we'll see how things flow after that. But ain't no promises because, like Trump says, I don't negotiate with terrorists. And little kids, sometimes they're terrorists, so you got to be careful with them. So no negotiation with them.
they definitely could be.
How many times haven't you gone to a party and oh, John is coming. Oh, he's coming with his baby, right? Oh, all right, got to put everything up because that kid will grab everything and break everything. You don't want your kid to be the annoying kid in the party.
Yo, I don't want to be one of those
You
parents.
know what I mean? So you gotta lay the law down. Unfortunately, like sometimes I will feel bad for being so stern with her, but she
Right,
knew deep down that with me it was party time. We're doing good. Just don't, especially in public, don't make me repeat myself and call you 100 times. Don't do that.
right.
Because by the third time, I got the sneaker on the hand and it's already flying. You know what I mean? So don't do that. But they knew that. Like, listen, if we follow the rules at least a little bit, he's cool. He won't. He'll let it roll and he'll take us everywhere. So we was always chilling every weekend because they would listen. Especially Enzo. Enzo was great because Enzo was like really calm and chill. Duty was the live wire. He would just be looking at her like, girl's crazy. You
Damn.
remember her? You know how she used to be.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Very energetic, very charismatic, a lot of personality. So, Enzo was more chill on his own. He's still the same way. Chill. Don't talk too much to nobody, you know what I'm saying? So, man,
Right.
that's what it is, bro. I see it as like it's the parents' fault a lot of time. Especially with the negotiations. Ain't no negotiations, bro. You do what I tell you and then we'll talk later and then we'll see if you deserve something. But everybody wanna be negotiating and be friendly. That's where the
Yeah, I
problem
do
goes.
catch myself doing that shit sometimes too, especially because like when I'm in a hurry and like she's like really fighting it to like do something she wants to do or go somewhere. Sometimes I definitely catch myself, but I definitely that's something to keep
Don't
in mind, bro, because or else they just
they'll walk all over you.
yeah, exactly. They're gonna walk all over me, and that's definitely not a good thing to have.
Right, because it's a bunch of things. You don't have peace at home. The kid will be just a kid that does whatever they want, and doesn't have no limits. You know what I mean? And in public, the worst for me is the public. I would tell them before
Yeah,
we go, like, listen, you know the rules. Yes,
right.
daddy. Yes, we're good. Yes, to you. And then we go and have a ball. Sometimes they get out of hand, but I'm not like a cop either, like on top of them. But I'm just like they would know, bro. I had them, but by the whistle, and then when the whistle didn't work, the tone of voice would definitely work. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about too, that you guys talking about the circumcision. What did you think about that? Remember you guys were talking about that one time?
I mean, shit. I have mixed thoughts about that, bro. Honestly.
Bro, let me tell you from a man that is the compliments I get from the women in my life, it's like it's crazy, you know? And for
The
the hygiene
comp.
too, you know what I mean? If I had a son, right off the bat, the first thing I tell the officer, cut that off, bro. Get that earthworm away from him.
All right, so we are back from technical difficulties. Now we have Larry and Chris. What up,
What
guys?
up?
What's up,
What
young
up,
man?
Marty?
How you doing, gentlemen?
So me and Chris kind of had something going before Larry hopped on, and he just like randomly mentioned the whole circumcision thing because he wanted to defend his side, I guess.
I am circumcised. That's what it is. Listen, I've gotten so many compliments because of that.
Like to me, I am too. So like to me, this is what I know. Like to me, I don't know, no falta nada, you know what I mean? So I don't really understand. But at the same time, I get it because it's a topic that you got to decide. You know what I'm saying? When
Hmm.
you have to, when you have a kid and stuff. Even when you are growing up, you have to decide whether you want to do it or not. I mean, I didn't have to make that decision, but it was made for me already.
And it's put in
Yeah.
a situation where like you're the bad parent if you want that. You're gonna hurt your kid type of thing. It's not. It's great for the boy. Trust OG.
But because of what though? Is it because of embarrassment or health wise? Like what?
First off, the appearance, then the hygiene, and then as a kid, you gotta do certain things to it to like break it. You know what I mean? So it's not all camp
Right.
or fun and games. You know what I mean? Marty's like, yeah, I know.
I do know.
Yeah, so it's deeper than that, you know?
So you don't think it's like barbaric? You think it's like something that should be done to every baby?
Barbaric is when he's 7, 8 years old and he has to break it himself. That's barbaric.
You think it hurts as much though?
You're breaking the skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it covers the
guess.
earthworm.
The good thing about doing it when they're a baby is that it heals pretty fast.
Yeah, and the erection situation ain't the big topic. 'Cause that's the big topic after they're old. Getting erections and not letting it won't heal correctly. That's why they give you medicine and stuff so you don't get erection.
Oh, after
Hmm.
Right.
I get it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, as parents, you are fully in control. So you got to decide all those things. There's so many things you got to make decisions on
Hmm.
as parents. So
Hmm.
it's like this is just one of those things, and it only happens for guys. So
But yo, Chris, like you being like a parent, sort of like of a different generation, do you feel like what do you think people are doing wrong with this generation raising kids?
I think they're being too friendly. They're being more of their friend than their parents. And you're not here to be their friends. Right now, at least. When they're 18, 20, 21, then you can talk about being friends and treat them differently. Until then, you're here to teach them, to guide them. So sometimes the guidance is a little rough. You know what I mean? The road gets a little bumpy, and they need that. It's good, for them to learn the limits because they'll go over everything you do. Give them a little pow pow. Pow pow never hurt nobody. We got tons of pow pow. Look at Larry. Larry starts laughing because he got pow pow. I know you got pow pow, Mike. You look like a pow pow magnet.
Nah, my sister got whooped way more than I
Yeah,
did.
but she looks like because you look like you're more relaxed than she is.
Yeah, but I guess certain things don't work for people, you know. She got plenty of whooping. She still didn't change.
Still a live wire.
Yeah. But it's definitely like that. I feel like it varies from kid to kid. Everyone's fucking different. Everyone has a different personality. I feel like raising one kid could be so easy, and then raising another could be completely different.
Yeah, my brother had that situation. It was different. Like when Enzo was like a cool cucumber, that kid. He still is the same way. So, but Luca is like live wire to the max, ready to go at any given moment, ready to play basketball anytime, anything. He's ready, boy. Talk, don't stop talking. Always got something to say. Totally different. Night and day, those two.
totally different.
And they're both raised the same way,
Yes, sir.
in a sense, right?
It's your character, man. It's the personality. So with that guy, you have to tame him a little bit more than the other one. You know what I mean? Right. So that guy's going to get the little rough end sometimes more than the other one, because the other one, you don't have to say much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you feel like it's different raising a boy and a girl?
Oh, yeah.
How so?
The way the girls are with their dad is like, I don't know how to say it. Like they know that you're their protector. Larry must know. It's different, right, Larry, from Kai?
I don't know. Right now, she's copying him a lot.
Yeah.
So she does things just because he's doing it, not because it's of her. You know what I mean? So it's just starting to come out like what her true wants. You know what I'm saying? Like her personality is. Because
And how far apart are they in age?
Well, she's gonna be 2 on Sunday, and he's 5. So she be copying everything. He be saying stuff. She be black guy copying him right after he says it. She don't even know what he's saying. She's copying it.
And that's what they do.
He screams, she screams. He screams louder, she screams even louder, bro. Like they be going at it all day. But I think for parents, the hard thing for me has been to control my emotions, because they're emotional all day, every day. They go from up to down and up to down. And it's so easy for you to match their emotion, you know what I mean? Because they're already there, but it's pointless to match their emotion. You gotta keep your emotion level.
That's where it comes. You got to lay the law down so you don't really have to have those emotional roller coasters too much. You know what I mean?
But they're gonna have it. She wants to sit on the chair. As soon as I put her on the chair, she wants to get off the chair. She whines to get in it and whines to get out of it. It's just like, that's kids. But if I'm like, you know,
You're
But
becoming your
I'll
dad
give you an
again, huh?
example. Your
Yeah.
dad would have been like, "You're gonna stay in that chair, and that's it. Bottom line." And you're staying in that chair, and your brother would stay in that chair too, not having nothing to do with the situation.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then it's like
Yep.
you just turn a fun thing into like obedecendo and being respectful. And it's like, bro, ela não sabe nem que quer, velho. She wants things so quick. She got what she wanted. Now she wants the next thing. The next thing was to go play with Kaizen and put the helmet back on. But the one that I wanted to put on was too big, but she still wanted it. You know, it's like on and on and on.
Bro, this phase is like they're so rebellious.
Yeah, bro. They're testing their limits.
Yeah, dude. Like even yesterday, she didn't want to take a bath, and I had to like lay the law down too, bro, because I'm like, no.
Bro, listen one thing. I see you just saying it, you change your tone of voice. Like, I had to be no, don't think of it as you're being a bad person. Think of it as like, yo, I am guiding her.
Yeah, exactly. She needs to learn that that's the rules.
You're the law maker. There's no negotiation. A little bit here, a little bit there, but you got to be stern. I had that problem with Tutti, with my youngest daughter. Enzo would look at her like in shock of the things she would do and the things she would say. Enzo would look at her like, wow, all right, that's how you do it? Like you're saying that, Larry, that your daughter's watching everything and doing everything your son, he would be like that with Tutti, because Tutti, remember, Tutti was more like lit and ready to go at all times, you know what I mean? She's like a Luca type of thing, but I had her a little bit under control, you know what I mean? But sometimes she would get crazy too, and you just can't hold it, you just gotta let them be kids. But you can't get out of hand, because they will get out of hand.
Yeah, it does. It gets out of hand quick out of hand. So you got to be there before it gets out of hand. That's the thing, is like, it's hard because you could start noticing, yo, every time they do this and it gets to this level, it's out of control. So we got to like stop it before it gets to that level, so it never reaches there. You know what I mean? Like, and that's about persuading them, bro.
In the mafia movies, they say like fear lasts longer than respect. You know what I mean? So like my kids would fear me a little bit, but I never hit them. I had them based on the tone of voice. They'd be like, man, I don't know if he's really crazy, he's faking it, or like, you know what? I don't want to test it. So none of them ever tested me, but the little one. Luca tested me all the time. Like, what? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. I'm like, man, this guy, bro. And then what happened? He got punished. I was hard on him. You know what I mean? Why? Why was I hard on him? I would take out Enzo, I would take out Tutti, I would take out Gabe, I would take out Lela, and I wouldn't take him. Then when he got a little older, he was like 6, 7. He was like, Chi, why don't you ever take me? Because you don't listen. I don't want to have to spank you in front of everybody, and I will. I'm not going to hold back. So I don't care if you're my son or not. You're my son too. When you're with me, you're my son. So you respect and listen. So when I go out with him alone, he's one guy. When I go out with the crew, he wants to be the center of attraction, you know what I mean? So he wants to talk and jump and do this and play basketball more than everybody and say jokes more than everybody. So I had to put him in his place for a little bit, but now he's like my best friend. Calls me up, yo, what's up, Chi? What you doing? Let's go have some smash burgers. Because I take him every now and then. We go for like the weekend. We go like to Miami to go have some stuff to, you know, little uncle and nephew time. So he's like in heaven now. He's like my buddy. But he had to go through those rough roads to get there.
Do you feel like parents are too soft on their kids nowadays?
100%. That's the problem. They try to be their friends. That's where the being friendly comes in. You're not here to be your friend, bro. You don't like it, that's your problem. Go to work and move out if you want, if you're that big and bad. Just all you got to do is behave. You can get crazy. You're a kid. You're allowed that. But you can't get out of line. You know what I mean? And it's a really thin line, that out of line. But you got to catch it. Even if it's not out of line, you got to catch it before it even gets close to that. But like, yo, get back here. My sister was on the money on her kids, boy. Look at her kids. Nice, chill, cool, calm. My daughter, the reason she was cool with me was because she knew that she'd get everything. You remember, Larry? Every weekend I had them. They were going somewhere. Park, ride horses, party at Chimanel's house, here, there, burgers, McDonald's, whatever they wanted. But you got to behave. If you don't behave, we leave wherever we at. And I'm not playing that with you. And they understood it. So I had no problem with them. We chilled hard.
Have you ever asked any of your daughters like if you like what you're doing that they wish you wouldn't do anymore? Like sometimes I ask cousin like, what did daddy do that you don't like what daddy does?
She told me scream, talk loud, like I scream, like my tone of voice was just outrageous.
Same.
Why? Because because why? You cut them right there with that tone of voice, so they don't like that. And it kind of scares them because they don't know if you're going to go over
Scares
that
them.
limit or not. They have to know that.
Yeah, that scares them.
That fear has to be there.
And I feel like there's something about the baritone voice that like kind of makes them a little bit more fearful.
It works like a charm.
I noticed that too. It's like when my girl yells at my daughter, like it doesn't really affect her as much. But if I raise my voice just a little bit, I don't even have to yell. But if I raise just a little bit and have like some type of
authority
meaning behind it, she'll be like,
it's called authority, my
all over,
brother.
like she'll freak out. Yeah. I feel like biologically they're reacting to the different types of voices.
Of course, they know.
Yeah,
They know.
they know.
They're smarter than we ever could imagine. They know which parent to
Yeah, bro.
abuse. They know which parent not to abuse. Right? So I'm going to bring you back to Dog Whisper, Caesar Milan style. These kids, the tone of voice works on them just like it does with the dogs. If you stop, they're going to continue doing it. If you're like, yo, that dog will stop in his tracks and be like, yo, what happened right now? This guy mean business. And you see him do it to the dogs. It's crazy. I started doing that to my kids. It worked. It's a crazy analogy, but it makes sense, man.
But you think that's the only way to do it is like raising your voice?
My brother did it good, too. My brother had patience of like 10 Buddha monks, bro. The patience that man had, I would look at him. I would want to like, bro, like give him a little pow on the side of the head. He's like, no, like with him, you got to talk with him. Bro, he would literally sit with my nephew and talk and look in his eyes so calmly. I'm looking at my brother. I'm like, who are you? You're not my brother.
But do you think that method worked?
It worked with Luca. But he still gets a little bit loose, but he's on the money. This kid, he's chilling. He's great. He changed totally from when he was little. So it worked. With him, it worked. Right. It's like he would push him to the side and be like, come here, let's talk. Really calm, like unbelievably calm.
Like you would do things differently.
I would definitely do things. I would have grabbed him by the back of his hair and be like, yo, what are you talking to like that? What are you doing? Why don't you listen? And it probably would not have worked with him. Definitely not have worked with him because he's a different type of person. Enzo worked just by me talking a little loud like that, a little authority in my voice. Enzo would stop on his tracks and be like, all right, you, I understand, you know? And Christy too, but Luca would be like, you ain't nothing, bro. Literally, he would look at me in the face many times and be like, pfft.
I see your empty threats.
Yeah, you don't scare me. Yeah, bro, it was crazy.
Do you guys feel like you're becoming your dad in a way?
Bro, there's so much stuff that I do. So much stuff that I do. I'll give you an example. When I was young, my dad would be the one to go to the supermarket on the weekends, right? Because my mom didn't like it, right? So my dad would know all of the cashier women, all the women in the back of the deli. They would see my and then he would talk. He would say jokes, make everybody laugh. Guess who knows everybody in Publix? Guess who knows all the girls in Publix? All the ladies in Publix, all the guys in Publix are my buddies. And just like him. Last week I'm in traffic. The lady let me cut to the left. My father would do this. Like when you would let him cut in front of you, he would do this. I'm out the side, my left hand out the window doing that. And I noticed, I'm like, Jesus.
That's crazy, right? We start doing it subconsciously. We don't even notice.
You want to believe it or not, you are who your parents are. It's a good part of you is exactly the same stuff one of your parents does. One or the other.
I be feeling like my dad a lot, bro. Especially like when it comes to the kids and stuff. I'm like, yo. But I've chilled out a lot though.
Don't you respect him in a different way now? But I'd be like, dude, for dealing with 3 maniacs? Because Jonathan was a live wire, boy. I don't remember you as a kid because you guys were already down here. But I remember Jay as a kid. He was lit, boy. That boy would jump on the sofa for 3 hours straight.
How did our parents do it back in the days, man?
Like, that's what I was just saying, bro. That's crazy. Yo, listen, bro. We have them here structured for years. Bro, they had nothing. Massive language barrier. My parents came here like 70-something, 70, I don't know, 3 or 2, something like that. And for me, how about for me? In school, it was English. At home, it was Portuguese. Everybody's immigrant at home. They weren't even thinking of learning English. What their objective was work, pay the bills, and feed these kids in my family. His father, your father, my father. You know, so I give them so much props. You know what I mean? And to be married and still till today, some of us have that. It's like another, like, dude, just for you guys understanding each other for so long, respecting, looking over a bunch of things is like, yo, they both deserve medals because the mom can be a pain in the neck and could be good at one end, and the dad can be a pain in the neck and good at one end. So together, they make your parents.
I asked my mom the other day, yo, about that. Like, what made her come here? You know, like my mom studied English in Brazil, and she bought her plane ticket here, parcelado. So, after basically with afterpay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, yo, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
She got here, started working as a babysitter, didn't know. I mean, she knew a little bit of English because she had learned in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
She was a babysitter and then she paid it off. You know, and it's like, yo, that's such a crazy concept, bro.
It's a crazy risk if you really think about it, because people don't be taking risks like that no more.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. You gotta take risk, some sort of risk in order to.
But it becomes a lot easier now with like tech and stuff, because now with AI and like, bro, it's so easy to like adapt now. I feel like somewhere else with tech, technology. But back then, like, I don't know how the hell they did it. Even with maps, bro. Like, if you think about it, like, I use GPS for a lot of different stuff, How the hell did people do it without GPS back in the day?
Bro, to get to Larry's house, it took me like 16, 17 times going there with the GPS for me to have an idea of basically more or less where it's at. Everything is made for more convenience these days. Have you noticed that? Fast food, pay at the pump, Instacart, Uber Eats. Bro, and still everybody's late. How is this happening? All this is made to save us time. And we're still always late. And everybody's ever on time. Everybody's running late. Everybody's stressed. Everybody's crazy. How is this working? Everything is too easy these days. So we're creating a bunch of soft people. And if like you're too nice to your kids, you're going to create soft kids.
And I feel like everything is also a bubble too. Because like you go from your house, which is a bubble, to your car, which is a bubble. And then to like, another building that's a bubble. Like it's always like within these little bubbles that you're living in and not really connecting with the rest of the world. It's like, bro, even now with strangers, like no one's really saying hi to each other anymore. It's just like everyone's focused on their own mission compared to like 30 years ago,
2-3 months ago, when I was jogging with my nephew, Luca, at the beach, and I say hi to everybody that passes me. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Because I'm hype. I'm feeling good. Sun is beaming. I'm alive. Everything is beautiful. I'm in front of the beach. I'm happy. And I'm going to, if you're not, my bad, I'm going to give you some of mine. So how you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The pleasure. How are you? Nice to see you. Good morning. Hey, guys. Nice to see you. Hey, that's the way to do it. Give people high fives, the old people when they're jogging. I see that they're dying. So and Luca looks at me, is like, Chiyo, how do you do it? I'm like, what do you mean? Do what? He's like, how do you talk to everybody and everybody answers you back? I'm like, bro, that's a
gift.
Yeah,
man,
that's a gift I have.
That's
I don't know.
It really is.
And it's
Even
so natural.
Larry's dad is like that too.
And it's so natural that you like the people see the innocence in it. I think, you know what I mean? Because it's so like just sincere.
I feel like my dad is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
We go to a game in Orlando, wherever, bro. People are like, hey, my name's Hey, I'm just like, bro, what did you do to make this guy this hyped to see you, bro? Like
he's like a local legend.
Yeah, he
bro,
is.
I swear, it was like, yo, my name. I'm just like, my God. He goes to the butcher shop.
But he is a legend in his own time.
Yeah, that is crazy, bro. But you guys mentioned about like the whole convenience thing. I feel like it's getting to a crazy point with the convenience and the Uber Eats and the videos and the AI slop and the it's like, yo.
Bro, you can make a website in like 13 seconds. How's that possible? How do I take one link from YouTube and put it in this other place, and that other place makes me 10 different videos of different positions of that one video that I sent them? Before that would take you guys hours to do of tedious little work, clicking and reversing and clicking and scrolling, clicking and scrolling. 1,000,005 clicks to make one of those videos perfect.
What's it gonna be in 20 years, right? Like, are we gonna be like with those fat people from the movie Wall-E? Like, we're sitting in fucking wheelchairs consuming content all day?
Bro, how crazy is that? And because like, think about it, the people that is gonna be different. Filmmaking in the future is different. They don't have to buy cameras and stuff. They just buy programs that can generate it. And the person behind the director really is like the screenwriter is the person that's calling the shots and making the whole film with words. You know what
Or
I'm saying?
just
It's like
prompts.
with prompts. What?
Yeah, if you see the coloring book I made, unbelievable. The coloring book I made, I'm gonna start selling. Hip hop coloring book. You gotta see, bro. How long did it take you guys to learn to perfect those programs that you have to work there and click and do this and go up and go down and scroll and do this and go to the next page, come back to have 5 different screens popping at the same time? How long did y'all take?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like to perfect it or to master just the fucking software that, or just the video cutting aspect, shit, it was like over 10 years of practice, really.
How disrespectful is that to you guys right now? How much of a slap in the face is that right now that you copy, take it to the other place, paste it, and click and wait like anywhere from like 10 seconds to like an hour.
I feel like it hasn't really impacted us yet.
It will.
Like,
Soon.
yeah, like at least in a negative way, it hasn't. Like it has in terms of content and stuff. Like we can consume more content, generate more content, but it hasn't really created a negative impact on like filmmakers or I don't know.
Let me give you this example. If you took 10 years to learn this, now you got kids doing shorts and cuts, making $10,000, $20,000 a month. Don't even know what to do what you're doing. By playing around with that app that does all of this magical stuff, guess what? They learn how to do a couple other things on that app that facilitates everything, makes everything easy. So a job that would take you 2 days to do, this guy do it in an hour, 2 hours. And how about this?
Yeah.
Talking on your phone, on your watch. I remember I used to watch Night Ride and be like, man, imagine that. How cool would that be? Yesterday, I'm over here in public. Yeah, I'll call you right back. I got my phone in the car.
Like I haven't seen it done in person yet. Like it's not like somebody who would be our client wouldn't be our client right now because of AI. You know what I mean? It's still very much people delivering something, a service to another person, like, but this whole Sora thing could literally like they could film themselves and generate a prompt instead of hiring us to film it. They can just basically get AI to be every part of it with just a video reference of
and they
themselves.
could release like 1,000 videos in like the span of an hour.
Yeah, bro. Like I quoted some lady, like, I don't know, it was like 30 videos, $300 a video, sounds crazy. But at the same time, it's like $300 is not that much, when it comes to really how much work it takes for every single video. So
what tedious that work is that you have to do that.
Exactly. So yeah, with this, she could do it in easy, done. It's already finished. But will people actually watch it? Will there be that connection with the audience and think, oh, wow, this feels special? Or will it just kind of be like, I don't want to watch this. This doesn't feel like a real connection,
I feel like people are just going to become more desensitized too. Because like, even with this whole new Sora stuff coming out, I've seen so many crazy videos that I'm like, oh my God, like this, we're cooked. We're done. Like you could create any scenario you want with just a prompt.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Are you guys optimistic somewhat about it?
Bro, I have to be, because being like pessimistic about this is not gonna provide good lifestyle.
Yeah, it's gonna like get you in a deep dark hole.
Yeah, like if you want to have a good life, you have to have a positive energy with it. So you can't be pessimistic about this type of shit. Like this is beyond us, we don't really know. I seen videos of people who are very pessimistic about AI and super intelligent AGI, but I kind of can't relate. I don't want to relate with those people. I want to be, like some people, they want to be like shitting on what it's like to have a Lambo. Like, oh, that shit is whack. It's like, what the hell? Like, it's whack if you have it just to show it off, but like you never drove one, so you don't know if it's whack or not. So you can't say, you know what I mean? Some people are like, nah, you got to be financial. And it's just like, bro, everybody's opinion doesn't really matter. If you like that, you want to go for it, you go for it. Don't let people convince you otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to be pessimistic about this, you can be, but I just think like your lifestyle is going to suck, because you're going to just be like, oh, damn, AI is coming to ruin the world. It's coming to destroy this whole shit. And, it's like, No, bro.
I just think you got to be like keep up with with what's coming up. I remember like what 10 years ago I was in Brazil. I went to go wait for Uber across the street from the hotel where the cabs have the little cab stations in Brazil, right? Then the cab driver came up to me. He's like, "Yo, you want a cab?" I was like, "No, I'm waiting for Uber." And before that was the beginning of Uber, so he was like, "Nah, this Uber stuff, man. Come on, man. This is not gonna go nowhere." Blah, 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 right? That same taxi that he owned, the medallion in that taxi back then cost 200, 300,000 reais. Now you can buy one for 10,000 reais, 7,000 because it's worthless. Because Uber took them off the map. Just like Blockbuster. Netflix destroyed everything. Closed down 400, 500 stores.
Crazy, right? That can happen like at any given moment too. Like
snap of the finger happened.
Bro, even like Best Buy, I feel like is gonna be gone soon because everything is being bought on Amazon now, and you know, places like that.
Bro, do you understand? They closed down Toys R Us. Do you like?
It was huge back in the days.
Yeah.
Bro, Toys R Us was heaven, my friend, for me as a kid.
Yeah.
I used to grab those little horses on a stick and like think I was in Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that store was epic, yo. How can that fail? It seems so like, but I guess what happened? What really happened? Did people just stop buying toys? No.
The margins weren't probably hitting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and people were probably buying online.
And those stores are huge.
Where is Home Depot stock at right now? Because I walk into Home Depot, I'm like, yo, this store is amazing.
Yeah,
Like, it's huge. And there's so much product, it either is like as fickle as as a piece of hay, or it's strong business that's going to like live forever because of the nature of it and because people want stuff now. So,
well, it's not even about wanting it now, I feel. It's more of like, especially when it comes to Home Depot or Lowe's, like sometimes you need to see like a piece in person to see if it fits somewhere else that you're looking for, You can't just buy those certain pieces online and hope it'll fit. So maybe like seeing certain things in person is beneficial.
I don't know. Do you guys do any investing stuff, or like you guys not really about that?
In what? In Bitcoin and in like crypto and stuff, you mean?
Or like in stocks, like company stocks?
I haven't, but I have a few friends that do very, very well in them. This year in stocks and trading, with a friend of mine, we went in, we lost $22,000 in like 6 hours. But we made back the day before, we made 19.5. But then we lost, we had 40 something in stock. And then the guy, we took out 19 something, and then the guy lost everything else. But it happened when it was those tariff things, you know what I mean? When the tariff thing was starting, everybody was all bugging out with that. So that's when it happened. And he wanted to show that he can outwit the system, and it happens though, it's part of it. I got some crypto that I'm sitting on and waiting for the boom. I heard there's a new crypto right now that's going to make a lot of people rich, I hear.
But it's all pump and dump, it feels like. People are just putting money in for someone else to kind of take the bag and lose it, It's like hot potato.
But somebody has to lose for somebody to win, Fortunately, that's the name of the game.
Exactly.
So.
Not really, if you think about it. If someone buys Bitcoin and then sells Bitcoin, technically take a loss if they sold it for less than they bought it for. But it's not like going specifically to someone else because they still have it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very imaginary. It's not like someone buys it and then the price goes up or down. That's not really.
Well, yeah, that depends on demand, but I'm talking about more of like these pump and dump schemes that like especially celebrities be doing, where they release a coin, everyone buys in, and then they just dump their whole stock, and then like kind of leaves everyone hanging with the coin that just went down in price.
Yeah, like that's
because it does affect the market if you have a lot of shares or a lot of a large quantity and you're selling it.
But like something like Bitcoin, that's not really going to happen, right?
I mean, that's how the price is set, is people, selling for a certain price and buying for a certain price, which determines the price.
I remember Bitcoin like $7, man.
Damn, really?
$7, $8, yeah.
What about that Trump coin thing? Was that a pump and dump?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't even think he's alled to talk about it though, right?
He pump and dumped the whole country, bro.
But like he dumped it, he sold it.
I don't know how much he has, but I doubt that he sold all his stock. For sure, he has a bunch of it. I don't like that. It's too risky. Those things to me.
It feels like a casino, honestly.
Yeah, I don't like it. And I got to depend on other people, other things happening in the world nah. Thanks.
So that's the thing. We don't trust the stock market. We don't trust the crypto market. What do we trust?
God.
I mean, I feel like most people do real estate, right? Like rental units.
Yeah, but I don't even know. I never did it before, but to me, it just sounds like a nightmare.
It feels like it's the safest way to create some cash flow. It's going to be something that people are always using. It's going to be something that people are always going to need, is a house, is a place to stay. But in order for you to get started on that, it definitely needs you need to buy shit, and they cost a lot nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes more risk and less reward. It's so much risk for you to go and buy a house and try to profit from the cash flow. Like,
And plus, that would take a while too for you
Yeah,
to
it all
start
depends on how
profiting.
you buy it. If you go and pay for it cash, it's one thing. Now, if you finance it, it's a whole different ballgame.
both is still pretty, like, if you pay for it cash, you're gonna put 300,000, and how much you're gonna make per month. It's just like, I don't know.
A $300,000 home probably wouldn't make much.
Exactly. So it's like there's a lot of risk, a lot of time, a lot of effort in trying to make 3 grand a month.
You're gonna need 100 months to make that money back.
How many years is that? You know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot. Work with other people's money. That's the big thing to do.
Yeah, that is the smarter thing to do. But I also think like people need to, well, I'm not here to tell what people need to do, but what I think, what has worked for me is that focusing in on one specific goal and having clear vision on it and going towards that one thing. If you try to do every fucking thing, I don't know.
We've had that argument a lot before, and I don't flow with that one too much. I think you don't have to just do one. You know what I mean? But to each his own. I've done 2, 3 at a time, and everything went okay. You know what I mean?
Why do you think that, Chris?
I just think that we can do more, than just one thing, depending on how big the thing is too, like what I'm saying, but like me and Larry always go back and forth with this one. He thinks that, and I'm like, I'm not going to lie. Like I've messed up a bunch of things doing more than one thing. Like right now, I got my construction. I got my marketing going. I got everything working. Everything is starting to flow nice. It's going to take another 2, 3 months for the algorithm to understand and know us. But until then, we're still working. But I also am looking for something different to do. Like I'm going to start my short thing. But there's some situations that I do agree that, yeah, just do this for now and just get it started. That's how I did with my construction. I took like 9 months. I didn't hear anything else. Let me try to build this to make something nice. And it worked. It worked. My therapist told me that. She's like, stop shooting everywhere. Focus your gun on one thing and hit that. I'm like, all right. And it worked.
How long you been doing therapy for?
Like 6 years.
So has it helped a lot?
Oh my God, bro. It's amazing. I love it. And I'll tell you something, like me saying this to a couple of friends of mine has made a bunch of my friends start therapy too. You know what I mean? Because we have that image of like you're weak if you take therapy. It's not. It's more of like someone else to vent and someone else's way of seeing things. You know what I mean? That's trained to understand certain signs. So like my therapist would tell me some things sometimes. I would tell her something. I'm thinking she's going to tell me one thing and she'd be like, no, this is this and this. I'm like, damn. Hey, man, it's crazy. We're like, man, you're right. And sometimes you need that because life be life. And like we were saying earlier, Mike.
So what made you want to like start?
Relationship, ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Things not hitting when you want them to hit. Because not everything is going to happen in your time.
Yeah.
Like they say, it's God's time. So once you understand that, you'll start accepting things differently. You know what I mean? And understanding things differently.
Having more patience for things too, right?
Oh my God, that's a big one. Sometimes I'm like, when let's say I'm talking with somebody on the phone, the old Chris would have ripped your head off on the phone. You know what I mean? But this Chris is like, all right, whatever is better for you. It's okay. That'll give me an ulcer when I hang up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I can do it now. You know what I mean?
But do you think also getting older helps with that or no?
Oh my God, yeah. Because I just don't want to go through with that. I don't want to go with the back and forth. I don't want to. Right. It's all right. You won. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we need to all learn as men with the women. Like sometimes it's like, okay, babe, you got it. Fine.
Just take it.
Because trying to get a point across sometimes with them is not going to work. But
I know. Sometimes I trick myself thinking that I could, but I can't.
Yeah, but it's okay, you silly little goose. Silly rabbit. But, we're like the kids. We got to test our grounds, too. We got to test the water to see how far we can take it,
Yep. Exactly.
You got to pick your battles. Sometimes some are not worth fighting over. You know what I mean? And it's all right, you know.
Right.
And to be honest, most of them are not worth fighting over and getting stressed out. You know, like one of these monks said one day, and I saw it on Instagram. He's like, anger is a punishment that we give ourselves for somebody else doing something. You know what I mean?
Right.
That you didn't agree with. Guy cuts me off on the highway. I'm mad 6 hours later wanting to kill the guy. The guy is at the beach, having margaritas, listening to salsa, having a ball.
Not even thinking about it.
No, he didn't even remember I exist. And I'm there wanting to kill him still.
Oh, man. It's fucking tricky, though. I mean, I do feel like my patience has been going up by getting older, too.
And having kids.
Yeah, that definitely helps so much. Oh, my God.
And the wife.
Yeah, the wife. Oh, my
It's
God,
two
bro. It's like all
different
these different...
patient levels that you have to turn on. That spontaneous time. Sometimes they got to work double shifts. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Not easy. I'm not saying that we're perfect. Don't take it easy there, ladies.
No one's perfect.
I'm just saying, you know, like it's a doozy. It's a big difference. You know, because you got to, you know, like a lot of people don't want to understand themselves. Then you're with somebody, you got to understand them. And it's like, bro, give me a break. I don't even know what I want exactly.
Yo,
so
that's
hold
so
on.
true what you just said. A lot of people don't understand themselves. I see that so much. Like, people just lost as fuck, like not knowing what to do with life. Have you guys ever felt like that?
Of course. And another thing, like, you know, everybody's being raised a little bit easier. Everything is easier than it was back in the days. In my day, everything is, yo, bro, to make a phone call back in my day, I had to go get quarters. I had to have $1. I had to go get quarters. I had to walk to the payphone. If that payphone wasn't working, I had to walk to another payphone. Bro, and make sure that payphone didn't eat my quarter.
And then you call if they don't answer because they're not near their phone. It's like,
damn, how complicated.
If I called you from my house and I'm like, yo, I'm on my way, I'll see you soon. That's it. You're not calling me in the middle of the way. You're not telling me to pick up cigarettes. You're not stressing me to stop and get beer. You're not telling me to get ice. You're not stop at Publix and get salt and sugar. None of that is happening. When I get there, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Bro, that alone right there raises levels of stress for people to limits that, you know, it's like, it's not measurable.
Yeah, man,
but I feel like we're going the other way now where it's like everything is so easy that it adds more stress in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
why? You're making soft people. They're soft. Everything needs to be easy. Otherwise, they get irritated. They get upset.
Yeah, exactly,
And then they shut down.
People don't want to do hard things no more.
Nobody knows how to deal with shit no more these days.
Nobody wants to do that.
Even with rejection from women, bro. Like, there's so many fucking virgin nowadays because they don't want to get rejected. They don't even take the chance.
I was just talking to my boy about this yesterday. If I had IG, Facebook, Snapchat, and TikTok, I would have 713 kids. Okay? Because it's unbelievable how easy it is these days.
Yeah.
To talk to women, to at least initiate all that hard stuff that is to do face to face in the beginning, all that uncomfortable situation in the beginning, it's all done on the phone.
Right.
So by the time I get you already know what's cracking, you already seen the merchandise, and you're ready to go.
You grew up in an era where you could come through, crack a funny joke, make her smile, bag her. Now she's been seeing jokes all day, all night, DMs of all these guys that are way more impressive than what you can show her.
Yeah.
Now it's different.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even talk to her because she didn't see it all. You know?
And I feel like nowadays too, once you're over 30, it's not even about the looks anymore. It's about, in a way, like how successful you are.
To these days, for me, for a woman, is like, just give me peace and you're okay. We good. You don't got to do nothing else. Just give me peace and my sex and we good. I can cook, I can clean, I can do it all. But if you don't give me peace.
But you think that, but I think if it actually were to engage in something long term, your natural default will be like, yo, she ain't cooked for me. I was working all day. What? Hello? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's going to be your inclination.
The internet killed relationships. I go to my search feed on Instagram, 500 women pop up. You know what I mean?
What do you be searching up, Chris?
Hey, take it easy, pal. One thing at a time. One episode at a time. You know, so like I'll give an example. I've been in shock for the last 3 weeks. That I heard there's some girl named Sophie something and a Brazilian girl, Camila Araújo. Bro, these girls are OnlyFans. The Brazilian one, Araújo, makes 2.5 a month. The Sophie girl makes 4 point something a month for showing their private parts. In my day, they wouldn't make $1 because we ain't paying to see anything. We want to touch, smell, lick, and feel. So please come on over. Get in that yellow cab. Come on over. You know what I mean? Because, bro, she said it on a podcast. She was like, "Oh, one of my clients, I love him so much. He's so beautiful." No, he's not. He's not beautiful. He gave you $4.3 million in 1 year. There's nothing you can do to me online on video by with my eyes that'll make me give you that kind of money. I might give you $100, maybe $400, but once it gets to 500, it's over. Come on over.
Wait, but this guy must either have so much money that this is like $400 to him.
Maybe.
I understand that.
But still,
I understand
bro,
that, but
for you
still.
not to get anything and you're giving out 4 fucking million, like, nah, bro.
Hold on. Say it right. 4.3.
Yeah, that 3 matters too, for sure.
Yes, it does.
I heard she's like a virgin too.
Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
So that's even worse because a lot of the girls they do scenes for the guys to pay. Oh, I'm gonna send you $1,000. I'll do a scene of a guy doing this to you, right?
Yeah.
She don't do nothing. She just shows. Imagine how beautiful. I'm gonna go pay that $30. I'm gonna go pay that monthly subscription, bro. I gotta see what we're working with over there.
See, and that's how she makes the money, right there.
Yo, that's wild. We live in a crazy time.
Yeah, it's crazy because I can go and see the girl's thing now and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Imagine for like what $7.99 for 30 days. I can go there for 30 days for $7.
Yeah, if you're that curious.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Do you think that like even adult films is gonna go that route with the AI and the generated
They got
thing?
the AI already, AI porn already. You kidding me?
It's like you don't know about it, Larry?
I'm all up on that, cuz.
Like, is that gonna be most of it? Like, is it gonna flip where it's like majority of the content nowadays is AI? It's not even real people. That's back in the day. We don't do that. That's too much work. Like, we just do prompt writing. You know what I'm saying?
I could see it happening because you might be like browsing for a long time before you find what you want. And with AI, you just type in a prompt exactly how you want it and it's going to show it to you.
That's wild.
So yeah, I do think AI content is going to be consumed more and more.
Nobody picks up girls no more face to face. It's hard. It's already a difficult task for us to say certain things to the girls. You know what I mean? So today I'm 47. I still got problems with that. These kids, bro, they're never going to pick up the girls unless it's over the phone. A Snapchat, a little Instagram thing.
That's going to make it easier then to do it in person if nobody's doing it. There's no guy over here doing it. All these people are on their phone and nobody's coming up to anybody.
Or she's going to be freaked out because she's not used to getting approached. You know, everyone's on the phone.
Or that.
But what Larry says makes sense because I follow this kid, this little Spanish kid that he be going to like party play like La Zola's, right? When it's like a Friday night packed and he'd be asking questions like, yo, what up, da, 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 da. And yeah, it's true. It is. Because then the girls are like, oh my God, no guys talk to us no more, blah, 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 blah. So the guys, when he meets the kids that do talk to them, the girls like, oh my God, they all going crazy and stuff. So I'm like, huh. So they're missing the cowboy style, back in the day style, the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, biologically, they're going to react to it.
I was talking about another thing with these guys a couple of days ago. Like, bro, like nobody wears bras anymore. They don't leave nothing to the imagination no more. Like I go to the gym, bro, these women wearing no underwears with the most tightest, most thinnest material yoga pants in the world. Lady, I can see your incoming pubic hairs, bro. Like, come on, help us out here. You know, help me, help you. Help me, help us. And another thing I noticed is like these girls are walking in there half naked and bro, I swear to God, I was talking to my brother right now on the phone before I got on the phone with you guys. Out of 100 guys in the gym, 90% of them don't even notice these hot ass girls all over the place. Am I a perv, crazy old man, dude? But I was like that when I was young. So am I a disturbed individual that like notices every one of them?
I do think though that like porn kind of contributes to this whole thing too though, because I feel like people have it in the convenience of their homes and that just takes all the drive out, man. Once you do it enough times, you're like, fuck going after a girl, you know?
Beat one off before you go out, then you really see if you really want to go out or not.
Yo, that is so fucking true.
going out does it helps a lot though, bro. If you, I don't know, sometimes I imagine like if you live in a place where you don't really go out, you don't talk to people, you don't go to nice
Not at all.
places and go to restaurants and stuff, it's like what are you just living to be on the farm? Or I don't know, it's so hard. It seems like a nice place to live, you know, like out there without going to the supermarkets and stuff. I don't know. It just I feel like there needs to be a better build of society. Right now, the way society is built is so extreme. It's like we either extreme rely on supermarkets or the opposite, you know?
It's where you were raised. Because if you didn't see anything, if like your cousins in Brazil that were raised, let's say in the farm, right, in a hossa, right? Let's say, I know you don't have it. I'm just giving an
Yeah.
example. So those guys are used to seeing cows on the street walking around, you know what I mean, on a daily basis. You know, again, they want an egg, you go get the egg in a chicken coop with your chickens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different than the guy that has seen so much. So from the guy that's seen so much already, and it's like, for an example, the guy that never had sex before, he don't know what he's missing. Now the dude that had sex, he knows exactly what he's missing.
Yeah, because like the first time we went to Miami. Me and Marty, I guess, was like the first time I ever went to Miami by myself was for some film stuff, you know, it's for a client. It exposed me to so much, you know, it was like how much money people have, what's the possibilities with this, even like our careers and video and filming. It was like our first gig. And it's like if I didn't go to there, I wouldn't have been exposed. I wouldn't even be aware of like where how much money people have in this world, you
How
know?
much ambition did that give you? How much ambition did that give you?
Crazy.
A
Till
big, a
today.
big old 12 gauge shot of ambition right in your face.
And it's different when you see that in person too versus online. When you like actually get surrounded by people who are very successful and you like you want things that they have and you see how they operate in life, you're like, whoa, what the hell? This I need to get on this fucking level.
Yeah, and that's good to see. You need to see that, like a Brazilian guy said on Instagram one time. He's like, "You want that car? Go rent it for the weekend. You want that house? Go Airbnb it for a week. I guarantee you, you're gonna go home to your house. You're gonna hate your house, and you're gonna do everything in your power to get that other house. And if you do it right and you manifest it correctly, you'll get it. You know what I mean? You just gotta want to do it, bro. Like America is honestly, sincerely the land of opportunity. And I see that with so many Brazilian friends of mine here that came here and even speaking nothing of English, barely speak Portuguese correctly because they live in the farm, in a hossa, you know, very rural areas. And bro, these guys are rocking over here, rocking, speaking
Yo,
English, happy, healthy, getting their papers, everything nice, you know, like a gentleman.
yeah. It like the impression of that lifestyle sometimes feels appealing. Like, dang, it would be nice to not live in the city like this and like be in the suburbs and have more of like an outdoor type, you know, lifestyle. But at the same time, it's like, is it though? Like, it seems appealing until you have it, and then it comes with other things that like can change your perspective on it as
Yeah,
well.
because isolation as well is not a good thing, right?
Right.
We
Yeah.
We
have
can. That'll cause depression heavy on
yeah.
you if you isolate yourself. That's the biggest mistake that people that are starting to get depressed, they isolate themselves because they don't want to answer to nobody. They don't want to deal with nobody like me. I did that. I isolated myself. That was the worst thing I did. Larry remember how bad my
Yeah,
situation
that's
was.
true.
It was
That's real
rough,
true.
bro.
Damn, bro, I
Yeah.
can't even imagine you isolating yourself.
If it wasn't God and the therapist, I don't know what would have happened. You know, my pastor, man, I love that man like I don't love no other man. You know what I mean? Special guy, bro. You know, helped me out a lot. And it's like sometimes when you're that vulnerable and sensitive, all you need sometimes is a hug. Like I remember one day my brother gave me a hug. That hug, bro, worth $100 million. Because I needed it right on that spot. And this guy here was there for me many times too. He would come over, him and Brian would come over and just, know that I needed that. You know what I mean? And I appreciate y'all for that. You know what I mean? And you know what, bro? Like a lot of people, like you just said, I don't believe that. I can't imagine that. That's what a lot of my friends said from back in the days. Like, bro, that don't even fit you, depression and anxiety and all that shit. But bro, unfortunately, it's real. And I was the first one to back in the days to be like, yo, Larry was like one of the ones that be like, yo, bro, you can't say it like that. I'll be like, yo, that's bitch ass nigga shit. That's like, that's soft dude stuff. You know what I mean? I'm from old school. No, I'm not, no. That depression don't got no size, color, creed, race, nothing, boy. She gets you, she got you, and then you're done. If you don't pay attention to the signs, she'll get you. She'll get you, boy. And she got me quick, but I snapped out of it quick. Thank God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some people get soaked into that world.
I insist in telling my story to people like you guys right now, because it might make you want to be, know what, Chris did it, bro. I'm gonna do it.
Honestly,
too.
bro, I never imagined you doing that.
One of my friends, Matt, told me, he's like, bro, that it's nem te cabe. That means in English, that means that doesn't even fit you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That doesn't fit you. For you to say that to me, I was like, bro, I wish, man. I wish I could say otherwise. And I'm glad, because I helped a lot of my friends that were too manly and, you know, old school and all that BS. Nah, bro. You're never too old school to make your mental health what it needs to be. You know what I mean? Because us men, bro, everything about us men is like, nah, we'll get over it. Nah, everything is okay. Nah, it's all right. That fake smile. But inside, bills, the agony of, damn, that check, I got to pay this, I got to pay that. Or, damn, my wife got sick, I can't go to work. I missed 1 week, it'll ruin me. You know, a lot of people live like that. You miss 2 weeks of work, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You miss a month, you're on the street.
Yep.
You know, if you don't got no fan to help you out, that got some love for you, you're done. You know, so.
And so many people living like that, man. It's insane.
Oh, my God, so many, bro. Yo, look, at the gas station, 2 days ago in the morning, there was this girl, she was at the pump, young girl, beautiful. Bro, you could see it in her face. You say the wrong something to her, she would start crying. She was going to start crying.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I looked at her and I was like, hey, smile. You're alive, you're healthy, and you're beautiful. And I'm beautiful too. And when I said I'm beautiful too, bro, she started dying. I was like, why are you laughing so hard, yo? I'm not beautiful? God damn it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean, bro?
One thing that gets me like super grateful or just like feeling blessed about my life is when I go to the gas station, like you're mentioning it, like, and seeing the pumps. Have you ever like paid attention to how much people are spending to pump their cars? Like sometimes you see like $10, $5. Like there's no way you just needed that amount of gas, bro. Like, no. You're pumping $5 because that's all you fucking have, you know? And that's so crazy, bro. Like that's so sad, but at the same time, it's like it gives me the ultimate gratitude just to be able to pump a full tank of gas, you know? It's insane.
Well, let me tell you something. So you got to think of it this way too. Like another Brazilian saying, não ajuda o lascado até você saber por que ele tá lascado. What does that mean? Translation? Don't be helping everybody that's down and out, because you don't know why they're down and out. And most of the time, they're down because their choice. They're either lazy, they either took too much ego, they either think too much of themselves and won't bow their head to do this, to do that. You know, so bro, I learned that. You know, I try to help a couple people that they come with that sob story. Then you get them set up with everything, and they don't do a third of what they said they do. Late, they don't go to work, calling sick. I'm like, bro, you're starving. You don't got money to pay rent, and you're doing this? Like, so some people really don't want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know, like everybody want to be gangster until you got to do gangster shit. You know what I mean? Then everybody changes. That's the way I see it.
All right, dude. I mean, I feel like I think we took enough of your time.
I like this shit, bro. We're gonna stay on here, dog. I like this. At least at like 12:30, dog. You crazy? I'm gonna make my own pop. I'm calling Jay right now. I'm like, nigga, get your mic together. We doing this, nigga.
That's hilarious,
I'm in.
bro.
I'm in. This is new shit right here. Bro.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad you like it. It's because you told me you had to leave
it. Tell Nick he's fired. Nick, you're fired, Nick. We're changing the name from The View to something else.
Yo, you was cracking me up when you were defending Trump.
Oh, you want to get into that? I don't know if you want to, but I'm here for you if you want.
We
here for you.
Nah, it's because me, Larry, and Nick were on the pod, and then we were just basically name calling Trump. And
do you know how many times I deleted messages that I wrote pissed off at y'all? I deleted like 73 messages that day. Nick, I was ready to chop your heads off, bro.
Oh, fuck,
I was over here. I'm like that Whoopi Goldberg. I was calling Larry Whoopi Goldberg.
Yo, I actually had a different question for you. Let me ask you it. If Trump was a woman, would you still feel the same way about him, her?
Him, her? He, she? No, he, she's over here, dog. Trump is a hombre, bro. DJT is my guy. But if he was a woman and had the same values in what he thinks and what he's doing, yeah, why not? But honestly, him being a man is more like, we in here. You know what I mean? But my thing is about making America great, bro. I just want my country to be safe and be good, bro. That's it. I want the jobs back in our country. I don't want to, bro. How many years, bro, that we send cars to Brazil from here? You know how much you pay in taxes and tariffs to send a car from here to Brazil?
It's like 100%, right?
No, 127% of the value of the car. So if I pay $100,000 for a car here, I got to pay another $127,000 to get that shit there legally. Okay? And you know how much we would charge them to bring their cars in? 23%, 25%, 18%, 10% sometimes.
So you feel like the whole tariff route would work?
It's amazing. It's like, yo, you do to me, I'll do to you.
When you pay for a car in Brazil, you're paying the Brazilian tariff, not the American tariff.
Okay, but I'm giving an example. But when the Brazilian is sending it to us and we get to charge our tariff, we only charge 18%, 22%, 25%. They're charging 125%. You understand? That's why the cars in Brazil escalate like you have in Brazil. It's 2.3 million reais, 2.5 million reais. China, you pay 10%, and most of the time you pay nothing.
Yeah.
To get your stuff from China. And why you think there's no Fords, there's no Chevys in China? American-made cars, they rip them a new one, and it ends up not being feasible for the people that live there. So the stock room of Chevy and Fords are full of cars. Nobody buys anything. Then you got the little freaking Scion and Cheng Leng Wang over there, electric car that is $2,800,000. They'd rather that.
So they're doing, everybody's basically like mini corporations. Like the US is like a corporation in a way, because the laws are structured so that the people in the US.
But it is a business, though. It has to be ran as a business.
It is.
And you want a better businessman than Big Daddy Trump? Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
But hold on, though. We don't really
know. Come on, boys.
Like, bro. You can't tell me what Trump did as far as big business money moves.
He's bringing so many companies from Japan, from Singapore, from Indonesia back here, bro. That's huge for us, man. Are you kidding me? You know, all the labor going out to other countries, bro, for the stuff that we consume. Are you kidding me?
But like, if we do bring the jobs here and we pay Americans to start doing our cars and start making our cars, do you think the price of things is just gonna go up because we do have to pay them labor, right? And their fee is a lot more than the people in China.
Well, listen, I'm gonna make you understand something. Like Trump is a multi-billionaire construction mogul. So if you think for 1 second Americans built all his buildings, you're wrong. So he knows how much the value of immigrants bring to this country. He knows more than any of you would ever know, more than me.
Then why is he like making such an effort to deport people?
He's not, bro. He's just deporting people. How many people did Obama deport in his time? But they just didn't hear about it because he was following their agenda, the Democratic and liberal BS. You feel me? Because Obama was the worst president ever, biggest pushover, biggest pussy ever. Horrible. Never did anything for his black people. That never did under Trump. Did more for black people than any other president in history of America. Okay, he just put a fund in there for $500 billion for the college. I don't know what you guys expect from the guy. You want him to talk nice? He's not. He had to be a businessman all his life, bro. So he's not here to be nice to you and massage you. It is what it is. We're here to do business. We're not here to be nice and to try to massage your ego or your feelings. No, this is the truth. This is what it is. Now, you like it? Good. You don't like it? That's tough cookies.
He's definitely easy to hate in a lot of ways.
Listen, he's easy to hate because you guys are sensitive and taking things into content the way you want it. Like, I'll give you an example. Everybody's making a big deal about it because Charlie Kirk's wife said, love our enemies. He said, nah, I don't love my enemies. Bro, joking. But hey, I don't love my motherfucking enemies either. What? Just because you think you have to be nice and love your enemies? The fuck out of here, bro. Everybody's allowed their own opinion, bro. You know what I mean? Now, because you don't like it, he's a bad guy. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? I don't like my enemies either. No. Stay away from me.
I think that's the same way, where it's like, if you don't like him, then that's all right too.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay, but just don't talk stupid shit and say nonsense that don't make sense. Like, oh, you guys are, his vocabulary is horrible. Bro, Bro, please, bro. The guy got nominated like 100 times already for the Nobel Peace Prize. Bro, he don't need to speak any better than what he does. The guy's been a billionaire for years, bro. So trust me, he knows how to deal with people and what he needs to say and how he needs to say it. He might get a little crazy because that's him. He's OG. He don't play. He's not here to massage your ego, bro. He's here to let you know this is it. Either you like it or you don't like it, but that's what it's going to be.
I guess in some ways there's qualities that I personally don't resonate with.
Do you resonate with everything your wife does? No. Does she agree with everything you do? No. So why is Trump supposed to make you guys agree with everything that he does? He is here to make America great. So his focus is not if Larry's going to like it, if Chris is going to like it. No, you think I agree with everything he does? No. But I know that his mind, like people were saying, oh, he's going to cut Medicaid. Bro, like these people take little shorts of a part of what he says and make it into something that is not said. If you go and listen to the whole interview, there's like a million of those situations out there that people take the interview that's like an hour long and they show 13 seconds of it, and that 13 seconds, it make it seems like he's saying something racist, and he's not. Just like they say Charlie Kirk is racist. Charlie Kirk was the most patient and illest, soft-spoken person to deal with these maniac lunatics, bro. The people come there to fight with him with 17 different color hair, talking about, I hate you, Charlie Kirk. And he asked them, why do you hate me? I don't know. It's because everybody is the thing to do in the campus. Like, what the fuck, bro? So I also don't have no patience for nonsense. Like, come on, let's talk like men. Like we got two of them in between our legs. Like, come on, bro. I don't resonate too much. But what don't you resonate exactly that hurts you so much that you don't like the guy? What is it?
No,
Tell me,
honestly,
baby.
to me, it's not.
Abba. Yabba dabba do.
To me, it's not like I'm hurt. I'm not hurt about it. You know what I'm saying? Even like,
but you be talking smack. So let's clear this right now, cuz I defend my people.
I'll tell you what it is. Like similarly to Kanye, everybody knows I love Kanye, but at the same time, when Kanye does some stupid ass shit, I can't stand behind it. It's like,
let me tell you something. Like, bro, is it shit that he said stupid, or is it real and a little bit too aggressive?
Bro, my opinion shit really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's irrelevant to the grand scope of life. But at the same time, I'm gonna stand by my values and be like, bro, I really don't fuck with this guy. I can't stand behind everything. I can't stand behind everything no other guy has to say. You know what I'm saying? Any fucking person in this world.
Nobody.
You know I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I stand behind this person 100%. No, bro. Do I feel like Trump is like an evil person to the American people? No. Do I feel like he's also the best? No.
Let me ask you this. Did you feel Biden and Kamala Harris were evil people?
I feel like they were much worse, and yeah, they were definitely more evil than Trump.
Biden was in office for 47 years. All he did was categorize black people as dangerous predators. First off. Okay, right there. And like Nancy Pelosi, how does Nancy Pelosi have $300 and something million net worth, and her salary as a senator was like, let's say 200,000. 200,000 times 42 years that she's been in office comes out to like 8 million something, 6 million something, right?
Yeah, that definitely sounds like insider trading right there for sure.
Bro, please. How does Obama come into office with $400,000 and he leaves with 88 million? What kind of book deal is that? I want one of those.
I'm sure Trump is going to be richer too, bro.
But Trump is no. Listen, my love. Trump loses $2 to $5 billion a year for being a president. So simmer down there. Let's do some research before we start talking crazy, because I'm gonna mace y'all.
I don't know, bro. I got
pepper spray right here, bro. I'll mace y'all. You keep talking shenanigans.
You telling me Trump is going to lose money by being the president? I just find it extremely hard to believe.
Of course not. Niggas like you won't go and stay in fucking Trump Towers. Niggas like you won't go eat in Trump Towers restaurant. You know?
Yeah, I would. I haven't.
Liberals like you won't do that. Oh. So he does lose money. You know what I mean?
Why does he lose money? How does he lose money?
Because they don't go. Less business. And some companies.
They would have went if he wasn't president. That don't make no sense, bro.
I feel like his image is kind of tarnished now, even after presidency.
Well, bro, and it's not only that. It's like there's big companies that don't want to do business with him because he's the president now.
Right.
They don't want to be into that debate of like, oh, you're a Republican company. They can, like, let's say a Coca-Cola. He worked, let's say he worked with Coca-Cola. Then all the people that drink Coca-Cola that are against Republicans are going to stop buying Coca-Cola just to boycott them like they're doing to Starbucks right now.
I think it's similar. Coke is similar to Trump in the sense where
Here
it's
we
like
go.
Coca-Cola is not a drink that's necessarily healthy for people to drink, but it exists for certain pleasures in the world. You know what I'm saying? And like the same
Nah.
thing for Trump, where it's like, yeah, he's the president, he's cool, he's got certain things that I can agree with, but overall, it's like I
Bro, how
can't
can
just
how dare you even like us like say he's like, oh, he's a little better than Biden. Bro, Biden couldn't even talk, man. This guy be
He's a
having the
little
whole
bit-
fucking audience cracking up, laughing with jokes. The boy's quick with it. He's on
Oh,
point,
for
like boom,
sure.
boom, boom. And another thing, you want to talk bad about the guy, bro? Look at his fucking kids, bro. Are you kidding me? You see who your parents are through your kids, bro. Your kids are you. Spit an image of you. Look at his kids, all of them.
Wait, you think I'm talking bad about him?
Poking, better not because I know your address.
What? Where? I just think, bro, that like obviously people judge too quickly for sure. That's for certain. Like I said, bro, I don't even agree with 100% of what my dad would say. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I don't agree with 100%
Bro, don't
nobody
even
would
go that
say.
far with your dad. You won't even agree
You
with the
know?
lady that just said hi to us right now, well, everything she says.
So it's like,
Stop it.
I ain't gonna be like 100%, but to me, I'm not gonna be like, that's the worst person to be president. There's probably worse people that could be president. There's gonna be
Who's
worse
the
than
worst
him.
person with Trump? Worst person to be oh man, I'm coming to your house after I go to this inspection.
I'm saying
We
he's
definitely gonna
not
have
the
to duke it
worst.
out.
I'm saying he's not
Oh.
the worst.
He's far from the worst, bro. Listen, man, the guy loses money for being a president, bro. I'm gonna get. I send it to you. You just don't watch it. You just look over it. I sent you the reporter talking about what it is.
Yeah, I mean, hey, yeah, if it is, I just don't. I don't even think that could be true, bro.
Bro, that right there alone, if that don't show you that man wants to make America great again, I don't know what else will. Bro, if I were to lose 2.5, I could buy 10 islands and live in each month in each one.
I do have respect for Trump, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It is a crazy arc to live the life of a Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the next. That's like we can't fathom how it is to have been Trump and went through the shit that he went through and build the legacy that he has.
You know what it is your problem? That you got a lot of
The
family members
leader.
and people around you that are like, Then you're like, oh yeah,
No,
oh
no,
yeah,
I
oh
don't care
yeah.
about what nobody got to
Come on,
say.
man.
I'm talking about for me. I'm talking about for me, bro. I like people that are held accountable for shit and that say what they mean and mean what they say and
That's
do what
him.
they say they're gonna
That's him.
do. So
He,
at the end
he
of the
walks the
day,
walk and he
that shit
talks the
is valuable
talk.
to me.
He does them both.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't really
Look at
know.
what do you mean you
I
don't
don't
know? The
really
economy
know.
is the best. We're getting billions and billions of dollars in tariff. What do you want, bro? The stocks have been bananas.
Doesn't it seem a little bit inflated? Like this whole thing. Like, I don't think Trump could be the guy to fix it. I don't even think that's what it is, even though like all these ideas and stuff.
But
I'm
there's too
just
many.
saying
But
that's
even
like,
CNN that hates him is talking good about the economy, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't. What else? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, everything is fake. That's like a plus for Trump.
no, I don't know enough, you know what I'm saying, to be like, yo, this is true, this is not true. A lot of shit I don't believe though.
Yeah, but that's something that's a deeper problem in you. You know, you don't believe anything that comes from him. Okay, fine. What are you gonna do? Then there's another.
No, it's not about coming from him. It's certain information. Because like even when you talk about the tariff stuff, you talk about the tariffs as if the outside companies are gonna pay for it. But that's not true. When you do a tariff, you still got to pay for it. Your order that you were going to order from China is now more expensive for somebody in the US. It's not
It's
the other
fine.
way
It's
around.
fine. It's fine. But now it's
That's what I'm
fair.
saying,
Now
you
it's
know?
fair. Now it's fair because you charge
It's
us.
fair
Now
for
we charge
who
you.
though?
No, for
Yeah, but what
it,
ends up happening is the person that's buying the actual product here in America is paying
I
more,
understand what you're
you know?
saying. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I
That's what I'm
understand
saying.
that.
So like in some ways, I'm trying to understand, you know, I do feel like there are some things that are valuable in this plan and in this idea. Okay, I want to get to the bottom of it, which is hard to really cut through the actual substance about it. You hear this person say this shit, then you hear another guy say something else. You don't really know what's going
Yeah.
on. That's where I come from. I'm like, I want to know the facts, bro. If we sat with Trump and went to dinner, he'd probably be the best person to be at dinner with, you know, but that's not what we're at.
How about the Espin list? What do you think about that? Everybody thinks that Trump's not letting it loose because he's on it. Bro, listen very carefully. 2016, if he was on it, they would have let that thing go, so he wouldn't even be close to going into the election. Okay? Okay?
Yeah,
Well, not if
but there
both
could
of
be
them were
both
on it.
sides on that list for sure.
Yeah, both sides were on it.
That
Fine.
That's
that
why.
both
Fine.
sides wouldn't want it out.
What is that going to change, though? What is that going to change? Nothing. Nothing.
Well, you're gonna see that a lot of people in power are definitely perverted or at least committing crimes.
Fine, but we already know that. We just want to act like we're blind, like we don't know that. But we already know that. Bro, listen, in the Biden administration, my crazy thoughts, I think that they got Biden in and they let all those people in with the kids and told them to come. Remember the video would come with those caravans of people just walking together down the streets and coming towards America, right? What do they have with them, those adults? They had kids. And guess what disappeared? 380,000 of those kids disappeared in the detention areas when they were like arrested to get documented and all that stuff. The kids go one way, the parents go the other way, and then the kids will just disappear from the parents. 380,000+ kids not unaccounted for. What's up with that? I think that they did that to get a hand on all those kids like that.
Which is crazy, bro, that we live in an era. I mean, back then, I don't know how it was. You know, in the 80s, was this happening? Probably, right? This ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, but not like this, but not to this gratitude, because but now we have internet that you can do something here and the guy in Indonesia can see you, you know, so it made it much easier.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how conspiracy theorist are you?
I'm up there. I be thinking of some crazy stuff.
You're up there, but only with certain things. Like, do you feel like Trump was actually almost assassinated, or you think that was like a setup, like that whole thing was a plan? Like,
I think he was almost assassinated, but they want to get him out. They don't want him. I think he was.
And then you also think like Charlie Kirk was also assassinated by this guy, Tyler Robinson, or you think like there's something we don't know?
No, Charlie Kirk, I think is something different. Charlie Kirk, I think is something, because I remember when I saw it, bro, I when I saw the way the blood came out here, usually it comes out like that when it goes out. So to me, I even told my boy, it looked like to me, it felt like it came in here and it came out here. But then you see him, like the recoil, it looked like it hit him here and his head went back. You know what I mean? So it's a difficult one, that one. You know what I mean? But I think there is more to it. And Candace Owen is all on it, and so is Tucker Carlson. Now, they're all on that. They're not playing. If there's something to be found, they're gonna find it, and she don't care if she goes down with him, because she's upset, because that guy was a gem, bro. We lost a gem. Even if you don't like Republican, bro, just the manner of the guy, he would cheat these sick kids. These kids were all sick, bro. And another thing that I heard that was really interesting: majority of the shootings, the school shootings, these crazy things that happen here in America only, is done by liberals and Democrats with this crazy idea that they have, right? And out of 10 of those, 7 are transiting to do transgender blender stuff. You understand? So what they're thinking is the medicine that they're giving these people is ruining their imbalancement and making them totally crazy emotional. You know what I mean?
The hormonal pills and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The blocker, the testosterone blocker, the estrogen blockers, that to grow hair, this to grow tits. It's crazy. Because you see the way these kids are when they go to talk to Charlie Kirk, bro. They're totally bananas. They say some things and like get emotional and start screaming at the microphone and like, bro, you see that they're not all there.
That's how they react when they notice that they lost an argument.
Yeah,
too, right?
exactly. Like you see that they just start screaming. They just start screaming. Ah! Like, bro, I'll slap you and stop you screaming real quick, bro. Simmer down.
I don't know why they think that would work with their kids.
Because you know why? You know why? Because they have soft parents and they think that they can get their way by doing fits. That's called a hissy fit. That's an adult hissy fit. You need to get punched in your mouth and you'll change that real quick.
It all stems from that.
Yeah,
then.
it does. It goes back to
the
being...
thing is that these kids were raised by your generation.
Not mine. My generation? Oh, raised by my parents? Yeah, because the people that got raised by the parents that we had got their ass whooped and they feel bad. Like, oh my God, I can't do that to my kids. Hell no. I want to double up. Yeah. Fuck these badass kids,
That's-
bro. Double up. Crazy? They need that, man. Even with you getting pow like you did, and I guarantee you Marty did too. Bro, you still were wild for the night.
Imagine if I did it. I had great examples as parents. I got pow multiple times until I was older, until I was like,
If you don't watch it now, you still catch it with Manel. Manel be like that. Manel's about that life.
and I still was on the very, very border of like, oh my God, bro, what are you doing right now?
I'm gonna give you living proof that fear lasts longer than respect. My father, I'm 47 years old. I'll fight. I've gotten punched many times in my face. I know what it feels like. I respect that man. Why? Because I fear him still. Even though he's old, he had cancer, he's limping, he's this, he will punch me in the face in any given moment, like that movie. If I get out of line, if I get out of line, he'll throw a remote control at me from across the library. So I know that's possible. So I don't test the waters. Until today, I'd never test the waters. Remember I told you about my kids, I would speak with a high tone. They would look at me like, damn, do I test this nigga or not? They never did. And I never did until today. Why? Because that fear is in the blood, boy. Like, I ain't going to mess with that dude. That dude's a little crazy. And I don't even want to get him to that point because, especially now, my age, like, bro, I can't even imagine having a problem with my father. You know what I mean?
It's like those videos with the pack of dogs, and then the alpha comes in, and he's like old, and every single dog respects him, like even the bigger ones.
Sir Charles is that dog, that white dog that you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
that's him. That dog is the player of all those dogs. You saw, like, they had the Great Dane and the German Shepherd bowed down to him. He's like a third of their size. So it's not about size. Like my father said, it's not about size or anything. It's about the heart.
All right, y'all. I think it's about time now. we can do this shit
Marty,
forever.
You breathe deep one more time, and you want to get rid of us one more time, bro. I'm calling immigration on you right now, dude. You leave me here, bro. You leave me.
Y'all don't got shit to do.
This is your shit to do. This is your life. Your podcast is gonna blow up from now on, nigga.
Hey, I wish. I'm down for
don't
that.
wish. Make it happen. And,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This is what I do at the red light. Red light, I bring this guy out the window, and I just kill all these liberals.
Oh my God,
I love that, bro.
And if you guys want to fire Nick, I'm down. I got the job.
We gotta get you to meet Trump, bro.
I'm dying for it. Yo, bro, can I tell you something? You know how many people I see in traffic, and then they're like taking pictures. They're all happy with me. I'm like, yo, post it and tag Trump. That nigga gotta call me up. He's like, bro, you rapping hard for me, bro. You dying for me. Look.
Yeah.
He's right next to me always. It's me, God, and Trump, cuz.
We're gonna get you to meet Trump one day,
Let's
bro.
do it.
Dinner
Make
with
it
Trump.
happen, Larry. I believe in you, bro.
Let's get it.
Do it.
Marty, it was a pleasure as always, Marty.
Yes, man. Likewise. Thanks for hopping on, bro.
If you ain't circumcised yet, get to it, buddy, because your girl's gonna love you for it. All right, Earthworm? That's your new nickname, Earthworm.
All right, Black.
All right, y'all.
Peace, my boys.
See you guys.
God bless.
Take care.
Later.